last fire will rise.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
He did the mash,
he did the monster mash.
the monster mash.
It was a graveyard
He
smash.
did the mash,
It caught on in a flash.
he did the mash.
Hello YouTubers and happy Halloween! Or actually, as you'll be watching this, it's after Halloween. This is my 2012 Halloween wrap-up video, Halloween special. Halloween's come and gone. The big story this year was that Hurricane Sandy came through, unfortunately, as we were trying to celebrate. So my neighborhood, we all lost power on like Monday night. A lot of people lost power on Monday night. And for us, it wasn't back until Thursday, November 1st, sometime in the morning. So, my neighborhood and a lot of neighborhoods didn't have power Wednesday on actual Halloween night. So sadly, a lot of neighborhoods, mine included, postponed the actual trick-or-treating part of Halloween. Some of them until the weekend, some of them until next Wednesday. My work in particular, they always have like Halloween festivities. We have a costume contest, stuff like that. That got postponed till next Wednesday. So that's kind of a bummer, and it's kind of cool in a way because it'll be like, I'll get to have an extra Halloween celebration afterwards. So that's sort of cool. But it was kind of a bummer because then, we're sitting around and you know how much Meep and I love Halloween. There was nothing Halloween-y to do on Halloween, so it was kind of really a bummer. So we weren't going to let the storm screw it up for us. We decided we just went out and went to our local movie theater, to the Regal, and we saw a couple horror movies. We saw Sinister, and we saw Paranormal Activity 4. Both of them were actually pretty good. I'll probably have some reviews on those in another separate video. You can see it actually seems to be working. He doesn't really seem to be losing air. He's pretty full. I'm gonna try to get him to stand up. He's still a little dirty from last year, but I mean, so far, whoa. So far the repair's working pretty good, so it looks like it might actually hold up. You can see it there. But we'll have to see, until he will not stand up. I have to get his planks in the ground, but so we'll see whether that'll work. I'll have to tell as it's, as he sits up for the month and gets windy and stuff. Hopefully it will hold up.
From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast, the ghouls all came from their humble abode to get a jolt from my electrode.
They did the mash,
They did the monster
the
mash.
monster mash.
It was a graveyard
So a little bit of a quick update for you. So far, the inflatable Stay Puft hadn't been holding up too well. The funny thing is that the tape stuff that my friend Chris used, is holding up very well. So like the loops on the sides have kind of have come back out a couple of times, but all of that tape stuff has held. So what I've kind of done is taken a whole bunch of that tape stuff and try to tape up the loops and stuff, and I'll kind of see how that goes. So because that stuff seems to work really well. It's just the loops keep pulling out, so if I keep it real tight, hopefully that'll keep them up. Quick update on Stay Puft. You've seen me give a couple of updates already, and so what I did after a while, the tape stuff that we used, it was amazing. It holds really well, but the problem is that you've got to have a little part where you stick that loop in. The loops that hold his sides, so you tie him down, those just kept ripping out. Those would not stay. The tape was perfect, but those would rip out. So I actually ended up thinking of something else. I had been kind of thinking along the lines of a pole. Like if I had a pole going down his back or something like that, that might have worked. I had no idea how the hell I was going to achieve that. So what I actually ended up doing was I connected the two ropes for the sides to make a big rope. and I ended up making a collar for him. So it goes up under his flap, like, you know, Stay Puft has like the sailor outfit. It goes up under the flap so you really don't even see it, but then it pulls him by the throat, and it's not tight enough that it harms the area. It's a big neck area, so it actually holds him up. It works really well, so that was cool. So some of our other Halloween activities this year, we did a few haunted attractions as we always do. So we started off with Shocktoberfest, which the funny thing was we had already been to Shocktoberfest before, but we forgot we had been there. But that's okay because it was a really good one. It's definitely one of the ones that we really enjoyed. So we went back there, and that was pretty cool. We went to one called Scream Mountain, and that was a little different. It was up in a mountain resort. Spring Mountain, I think, is what it's called, you know, regularly, but of course for the Halloween thing they call it Scream Mountain. Then we also went to Field of Screams, as you can see on my shirt, and actually we really liked Field of Screams. I have to say it might even be my very favorite haunted attraction that I've ever attended. Other than, of course, I have to give special props to Scare Brothers, who we worked for a couple years. But it was really cool. The other thing, this was another year where I got to use a bunch of different costumes. We went to a party, a family party, where Meep and I once again were the Big Bad Wolf and Little Red Riding Hood. And you'll see my new costume this year. My new costume this year is Slimer from the Ghostbusters. So let's see if you can see that. It's like an inflatable costume. You can probably hear the fan. There's a fan inside that inflates to make me look like big and fat like Slimer. And then the other big story is we decided to take an anniversary trip to Hershey Park. We had never done the Hershey Park in the Dark, where they do like their Halloween themed thing. So we decided to book the trip as an anniversary gift from each of us to one another. But they actually didn't have it until later, so it was like the weekend before Halloween. So it was actually really cool. The first thing is we just love Hershey Park. But they really go out of their way, and it's really cool. They make it like Halloween themed. All of the rides had different Halloween themed names. Like they changed the names to be something Halloween themed. So that was cool. They were playing Halloween themed music the entire time. They played Ghostbusters constantly, so I approve of that. Funny enough, they actually even had, like in some of the games, the skill games where you can win stuff, they had a plush Stay Puft and plush Slimers that you could win. None of the games that were that easy. They were the harder games, so unfortunately I didn't get a chance to win, like I'd have liked to. And it was just a lot of fun. So that's pretty much it, YouTubers. Another fun-packed Halloween season. As I'm filming this, it's November 1st, so we still haven't hit all the after Halloween sales. So you know how with us, Halloween doesn't end the day that Halloween actually ends. So we'll probably go out and hit some of the sales, see if we can pick up some new decorations or whatever. Kind of pick them up cheap. But so I hope you all had an awesome Halloween season as well. Hope the storm didn't ruin your Halloween. And take care, YouTubers. Have a nice day and happy Halloween.
Change